Hello guys, and welcome to the Season 3 of Star Wars Rebels review, and today it's a collab with Knife Stalker.
Hello. Hello people.
And if you're a hater, leave or comment nice things, or don't comment nice things, and if you love Star Wars Rebels, or just here because you want spoilers, stay tuned, and if you just missed Clone Wars, then go away. Yeah, let's start out with...
Okay, so the first episode steps into Shadow. That was the season premiere of Season 3, and it takes place like 6 months after Season 2. I really liked the premiere because it really showed how much of a savage Ezra could be, especially when the Sith holocron kind of took him over. And then I loved it when Kanan became Bendu's apprentice, sort of, to like become comfortable with his blindness. So I mean, it was an overall good premiere. And plus we got the introduction of Grand Admiral Thrawn into Star Wars canon for the first time, which was amazing.
You mean Sherlock Holmes of Star Wars?
Yeah.
I think that's the first time we ever saw... Well, not the first time, but what we saw what Sith holocrons can do. So, other than... we never really saw them in the Clone Wars, so... It's the first time we actually saw Sith holocrons other than last season. And... Ezra's turn to the dark side was kind of filler and plot at the same time because he never did it again. But I did enjoy how the premiere went. And I always like the premieres and the finales. It's the in-between episodes that you gotta watch out for. Maul tries to take everyone captive, which, because of plot reasons, I figured he would just kill them all. But he wanted to... I like how he draws out Ezra and Kanan. And I'm surprised Kanan didn't go all apeshit on Maul for blinding him when he met him again. I'm surprised Ezra didn't blind Maul. That would be a fun twist. But, like, payback. But, I like how the whole, holocron thing, they have to have visions to know what's going on. It doesn't just go in a voice and tell them.
It was pretty good because I'm just a huge Darth Maul fanboy. And yeah, spoilers, he dies, like, way later on.
He's not in Empire Strikes Back. What?
But my favorite moment in the episode was when Ezra and Maul combined the Jedi and Sith holocrons.
Yeah,
especially when Ezra sees the twin suns and when Maul says he lives, and we'll reveal who that was later on.
Yeah, I didn't even know they can combine holocrons till that episode.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I thought that would explode like a entire squadron if that happened. Okay, so I enjoyed all of the plot episodes. There's only one plot episode I didn't enjoy, but I enjoyed it. Warhead. All the other plot episodes I enjoyed of this season. Until his extraction kind of struck me as a filler episode, because it's just about Wedge. But if he was in more of the Ghost crew, I would enjoy his character more. But since he's only in filler episodes, I would have said they could have skipped it and it wouldn't have bothered me. What are your thoughts?
Well, I want to say that the Antilles extraction was a filler episode. Because I mean, it just didn't really feel like one. Plus, like we had Wedge trying to escape the Empire, and plus that was the first time when Agent Kallus was helping the rebels.
True.
And that was a good twist. And plus, I love the fight with Sabine and what the fuck is her name? Price.
Price, yeah. That is true. It was a good filler episode. It wasn't a bad filler, but it technically wasn't a filler. So,
decent.
If every filler episode had Thrawn at the end, I'd be fine with it. Thrawn pretty much outsmarts everyone, and I kind of like how he's sort of the Sherlock Holmes of this universe, because in the I was kind of afraid of them having Thrawn in Rebels, because are they gonna do their own take on him? But they did exactly what they did in Legends canon. He uses art and basically history of every planet to figure out how to defeat the enemy. And he pretty much outsmarted Hera in like 5 minutes. So, and Cham Syndulla was back, so...
Thrawn's intelligence and, like, master of art and like, whatever he does best. And, I like going back to Ryloth, because I don't think we've seen that planet since, like, Season 1 of Clone Wars or something.
Yeah, early on.
And plus, we saw Cham Syndulla, like you just said, and Thrawn outsmarted everyone like always. And yeah, I mean, Thrawn was basically my highlight of the episode.
A Clone Wars fan episode, but I would have liked to see the battle droids come back other than the Geonosian episode. But, okay, so the droids were deactivated, but a commander droid was smart enough to deactivate the shutdown sequence. Imagine if we had all of those droids wandering around the galaxy. There would still be droids, and Emperor Palpatine would be like, What's going on? No, this is not how my plan was working. I liked how Rex was a major role in this, because he's pretty much been on the side from this season, but, because Rex is sort of a major character, and they only used him a little bit in this season, so, Ezra and Kanan fighting in the Clone Wars, pretty much, I liked how Ezra knew what to do during the battle droids attack, because battle droids can't hit for shit. But yeah, only the droidicas can hit people. And Rex got shot 5 times in the face, and Ezra got shot in the arm. So, note, in Clone Wars, if you get shot, you die. In Rebels, if you get shot, if you're a main character, you will live. Because bullets and armor. Why don't they have that kind of armor for stormtroopers?
It's definitely one of my favorites of the whole season, mostly because I'm a huge Clone Wars fan, and it just brought back so much nostalgia and feels, the battle droids, the droidicas.
They're still coming through! That is impossible!
I also loved during their battle, they also put on the Battle of Christophsis music from the Clone Wars movie in their battle, and I was just like, oh my god, so much nostalgia right there. And then, the very end, the Clone Wars theme song playing during the end credits. I'm pretty sure every Clone Wars fan just jizzed their pants at that moment. I know I sure did.
Now, Kiss Cartoon was down for me during the finale, so I downloaded every clip and put it into editing. And at the end of the last scene of this season, I put in that Clone Wars of Rebels outro from the last battle instead of the normal one. And they're like, wait, is that really what they used for that? And I'm like, no.
Wow.
Okay, this is where we meet Gar Douche Saxon.
Oh,
and so his character is pretty much, I will have, I like Mandalore episodes, but sometimes the characters can feel a bit dry. Gar Saxon's character was pretty much, I will have revenge for my people, and I will have revenge for my people. So, it was pretty much half the episode was dialogue, not very interesting dialogue, stuff we have seen from the Clone Wars, and stuff we don't know about from Sabine's family.
I love seeing the Mandalorians in the episode, but most of the episode was just very slow. It was mostly dialogue. It felt kind of boring sometimes, and Gar Saxon is a huge asshole.
Are you saying it's worse than the Wakanda job?
I mean, yeah, those are basically my thoughts. I mean, like, it was okay, but not one of the best.
Yeah, Iron Squadron. Is that a Star Destroyer?
Dude, just no.
Is that a Star Destroyer? Okay, so we're introduced to these children who eat space pizza, and the episode is pretty much they're not part of the rebellion. They are doing their own thing, and they've never seen Star Destroyers before, so they get their ass handed to them, and Hera saves them. That's pretty much the episode. You can skip it. Your thoughts?
I would say it's definitely a filler. The Iron Squadron, they just, I just didn't really care for them that much, and especially Mark. When he said, "Oh, we just blew up a Star Destroyer," I'm just like,
no, that was pretty much.
That's no Star Destroyer.
You pretty much blew up a space toaster.
Yeah, and when that one guy, when he said like Mark's the best pilot in the whole galaxy, I'm just like facepalm.
No, that's Anakin.
Anakin, like put Mark up against Vader's TIE fighter, you will get wrecked in like half a second, probably.
There's a TIE fighter. I'm gonna shoot it, Bill. I'm sorry, Hondo. You're a good character, but please go back to your pirate squadron. Do not be a comic relief. Be a pirate who only cares about money. Because this was, we were introduced to the Shadow Troopers, and that was not a good way.
All the Dark Troopers, by the way.
Dark Troopers, that was not a good way to introduce them. Hondo wants gold, and he didn't get gold, and that was the episode. Take it away.
Yeah, definitely a filler. I will not say anymore. It's a filler. You can skip it. I really don't care. As Morgan is Buddha. Mm-hmm.
Buddha.
And then Sumar dies, and then Kallus is revealed to be Fulcrum, and Thrawn, I think, knows that it's Kallus at that point.
Right, I remember.
How the episode just like played out, and with the reveal of Kallus being Fulcrum, it was pretty enjoyable. I loved it.
Yeah, compare Season 2 Kallus to Season 3 Kallus. Thrawn is pretty much like, I like how Thrawn was checking out all of his workers, and was like, alright, you're all working for me, I'm gonna make sure that your, job is, doing well for the Empire. Pretty much half the machines broke on them, so, and then he's like, take them into the back room, I'll execute them myself. It was pretty much a bad day to be employed, in the Empire.
Indeed.
Dathomir. This is my top 4th or top 3rd favorite episode of the season, because we haven't seen Dathomir since the Clone Wars, and I think it still looks the same. I think we still saw some of the wrecked battle droids from when Grievous destroyed the Night Sisters in the background, and we didn't see Mother Talzin at all. I'm not sure if she's
dead.
I think she's dead at this point.
Oh yeah, she is. Like, it's been confirmed.
Okay, so Maul wants to see what is happening with the holocrons, and Maul finds out, Ezra finds out about the Darksaber, and so Maul pretty much combines Ezra's visions with his visions and find out that it's that Obi-Wan is alive on a planet with twin suns. I think he knows it's Tatooine at this point. And Ezra finds out later on it's Tatooine.
Yeah.
And then the Night Sisters want to kill them for using their magic. I really like the Night Sisters lore. I don't know how old they go back, but I'm pretty sure they go back to the Old Republic. Sabine gets the Darksaber, and she takes it back to the Ghost with her. And they tell Kanan that Obi-Wan's still alive on...
Visions and Voices was definitely my favorite episode of the first half of Season 3, and I think maybe my second favorite episode of the season. I think so. I don't know. But I really loved the episode because we got Darth Maul back, and we got Dathomir, and the Night Sisters, and the Darksaber. But I really wanted to see, like, the spirit of Mother Talzin or Ventress, because they both died in the Clone Wars, and it would have been really cool to, like, kind of see them reappear as a spirit or something. To, like, let people who didn't read Son of Dathomir or Dark Disciple that they did die during the Clone Wars or something. And then I did love, I love the ritual in there, the lightsaber battle, and then Sabine using the Darksaber. That was so fucking badass. I loved it.
Yeah.
And yeah, Obi-Wan's on Tatooine. Whoa!
And, wasn't Ventress the voice actor for the Holocron?
Yeah, she was. Joseph Geonosis with Saw Gerrera.
A.K.A. Dickhead.
Yeah,
So,
he's pretty harsh.
This show is for kids. Holds an egg hostage. So, they go back to Geonosis, and all the Geonosians are dead. So, I didn't know that, because I don't read most of the comics. Or if that was just something they made up for this episode. But Saw Gerrera is lost on Geonosis, so Rex and the team go there to investigate, and then they find out that they have been building the Death Star. When they don't know it's the Death Star, they find out they've been building something on Geonosius.
I like going back to Geonosis and seeing Saw Gerrera again, because Ghost of Geonosis came out like a few weeks after Rogue One came out in the theaters, so I mean we would kind of know all about Saw Gerrera already. I mean, yeah, it was decent, but not one of the best.
Yep.
Okay.
It's like, Rogue One came out, let's have an episode. Alright, this was one of the better fillers, but, at least we got to see Zeb. And, I did like Thrawn at the end. I did like how this was a better filler than the Chopper filler in Season 2. Because, the Warhead actually attacked people, and that's how Thrawn found out that their base was near where his droids were being sent to. It was a better filler. I say we could have gone without it, but I did enjoy it. It was a better semi-half filler episode.
I loved it when that Imperial droid just like went on a rampage, and Zeb was just like getting his ass whooped by it. And then how they sent the droid back to the Empire and just blew up that Star Destroyer. And the end scene with Thrawn and Kallus, that basically made this filler a whole lot better. Because if Thrawn appears in a filler, then he kind of makes it not a filler, even though it kind of is.
Yeah, it's like, I like how slow they're going with Thrawn, but I would have liked to see his character build up a little bit faster than what was happening. Because it's like at the end of every episode, he lets them get away, and I'm like, okay, are you going to capture the rebels, or just keep letting them get away? I'm just going to review the whole 2 episodes, Trials of the Darksaber and Legacy of Mandalore, my 2 favorite episodes, because we get a lot of Mandalore history with the Darksaber, and it turns out it was there during the Old Republic. And so the Darksaber is pretty much a crown, and I'm guessing everyone is shocked that Maul is still alive, because he was pretty much their king. And,
For a weekend.
For a weekend, yeah. King for a weekend. I don't know if they know about Sidious. So, she kicks Kanan's ass, and then she goes to Mandalore, and her mom isn't as harsh as I thought she'd be, but she was protecting her daughter from coming back to Mandalore, which now makes sense. And Gar Saxon shows up and pretty much is like, I'm evil. I am here. That is my character. But since it is Sabine's family, I give it a pass because it's the best episode of the season, where she pulls an Anakin and she almost kills Gar Saxon, but Gar Saxon kills Sabine, right? Sabine dies, yeah, he shoots her, right?
Wait, what?
Spoilers, her mom shoots Gar Saxon, and,
Yeah, because we thought that Gar Saxon shot Sabine, but...
Yeah, I'm like, oh, so she doesn't live till season 4. That's why she's not in A New Hope. But, nope, she's still here.
The scene where Sabine was just training with Kanan, and when she just, like, let out her emotions during, like the final part of the duel, I was just like, whoa, like, that's some pretty good directing and acting right there. I loved it a lot. And that one part when Sabine, like, talks to Ezra in the wilderness, and then they kind of walk off, and then the Bendu just, like, comes out of nowhere, like, being like, bitch, who kicked me? Who was that?
Why do you want my planet?
I was just like, why is the Bendu there? Like, why does he have to be there? That was kind of random.
He's everywhere.
But I'm really glad that they killed off Gar Saxon, because ever since he first appeared in the show, I was just like, okay, this guy is just a dick. I just want him to die, like, right now.
Yeah, unlike General Krell, he didn't do anything badass. Where we first saw Thrawn in action, and we were introduced to Admiral Yularen, who wasn't seen since the Clone Wars. And he's the guy that exploded on the Death Star, right next to Tarkin, and it's the same voice actor, which I love, and Thrawn and Yularen both think that Kallus was it, because they were both like, yeah, you know, Lieutenant List isn't the brightest person, so anyone else we have who can pull it off. And I like how Kallus pretty much divided everyone. Like, Price is the spy. Yeah, she is. And then it's like, List is the spy. Is he? I think Kallus is the spy. No, it's List. No, it's Price. I got Price, she's the spy. Wait, you're the spy.
Another good episode. I loved it when we saw, like, Thrawn just kicking ass, and when Kallus turns those Dark Troopers on Thrawn, and Thrawn just kicks their asses in, like, I don't know, a minute or two. Like, do not fuck with Thrawn whatsoever, pretty much. And then I love the whole spy game, like, where they just, like, blame, like, every person they see for being the spy, but then Thrawn knows in the end that it's Kallus due to Ezra's helmet that he wore to get captured to warn Kallus, and then Sabine's artwork. And again, Thrawn is just very intelligent, and okay. It was pretty decent overall, again. I think my favorite part of the episode would have to be the very end, where the Alliance, like, comes together, and it basically gave me chills. Like, this is how the Alliance came together and why they're united as one in Rogue One and the original trilogy. So, I mean, it was a pretty cool thing to see, and I also love seeing the TIE Defender make an appearance in canon, because I think it appeared in Legends one time, like in a game or something. And so, like, that was the first time that we saw the TIE Defender in action, and my god, that thing is a fucking badass. I loved it. Okay, next up.
You mean the Alan Rickman musical?
Unfortunately.
No.
No way, I was so happy. Okay.
Filler episode. Hera kills people because they messed with her droid, and AP5 starts to sing in space.
A filler. You can definitely skip it. Worse than the Hondo episode.
Twin Sons was Maul's final episode, and he pretty much was stuck on Tatooine this entire time. That's where he's been, and that's why he's going crazy, because, you know what, instead of Double Agent Droid, I would have enjoyed it if we just saw Maul wandering Tatooine through a whole episode. I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah.
Maul draws Ezra out. I guess Ezra finds out it's Tatooine through the holocrons, because before he didn't know, now he knows, so I'm guessing it's...
I also noticed that.
I'm guessing it was the holocrons.
Yeah.
So he goes to Tatooine to find Maul, or Obi-Wan, and he gets ambushed by Sand People. Maul pretty much does an Anakin and kills them all. I killed the women and children too. And
I slaughter them like animals. I hate them.
And pretty much he draws Ezra out to Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan is... I like how Obi-Wan doesn't pretty much teach Ezra anything. He's like, alright, you're here, I'll help you on your way. Get off this planet, you don't belong here. Which I'm like, okay, because none of the rebels know what to do in the future, so it would be kind of a plot error for Obi-Wan to help out. So he's like, I don't want anyone in part of my business, I'm just here to protect Luke. So be gone. I don't know what you're doing here, but you're not supposed to be here. And Maul is pretty much an ex who wants revenge. So he goes to Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan is pretty much done with this guy. He's calm, he doesn't hate him. Maul killed his girlfriend Satine and his master Qui-Gon. What more does he want? He's pretty much an ex wanting to get back at them. So, and the epic 2-hour-long fight scene. Obi-Wan kills Maul in 3 moves. At that point, I wanted a fight scene that I could watch over and over again. But it's pretty much just a fight scene to talk about. I enjoyed it a lot. I just hoped it'll be a little longer, because they've been hyping it up. Don't hype up something that's gonna be short.
Yeah, exactly.
So, what would have been better is don't even have Obi-Wan in the trailers.
Yeah, exactly. They should have just kept the shots of the fight out of the trailers, and then going into the episode, we would have probably thought it would be better.
The whole fight was in the trailer.
Yeah, basically. And that's why I think Ahsoka versus Vader was better, because it was an extended fight, and they only showed us one shot of their fight. With Obi-Wan versus Maul, it was 2 or 3. So, anyways, my thoughts. Twin Suns was definitely my favorite episode of the season, and my second favorite of the whole series. I just liked it when Maul went to Tatooine and searched for Obi-Wan, because he just wants revenge on Obi-Wan for the past, basically. So yeah, he lures Ezra to Tatooine. Ezra lures Maul to Obi-Wan by accident, pretty much. And yeah, Obi-Wan and Maul's fight scene, it only lasted 4 seconds. And at first I was like, okay, that wasn't even a fight. What the hell, Disney? But then when I analyzed it, it was actually a lot better, because if you look closely, Obi-Wan went to his usual Sorasu stance, but then he changed it to Qui-Gon stance to use as bait for Maul to just kind of think okay, this is the same move that I used to kill his master 30 years ago. I can just do it again, and it'll be all over. Boom, done. But Obi-Wan's like, no, bitch, you haven't learned shit. So basically, Maul falls into Obi-Wan's trap, and he cuts him down in 3 strikes. That's it. But when Maul died, I was honestly pretty sad, because Maul is one of my favorite characters in Star Wars, and I really liked him a lot during the Clone Wars and Rebels, like when he died in Phantom Menace, I was just like, okay, he just got cut in half. That's nice. But in Rebels, I'm just like, no, he's dead. Our Sith is dead. Why, Disney? Why must you kill off Maul? He cannot die. So yeah, really good episode. I enjoyed it.
I would have liked it better if it was a bit longer fight and if we just saw Obi-Wan stab him in the chest.
Yeah, but it sucks now that we can't get a Vader versus Maul fight.
Yeah. But begs the question, is Luke the Chosen One or is Anakin? Because Maul asked Obi-Wan if he's the Chosen One.
Well, it's more of like what Obi-Wan believes is the Chosen One. Since Anakin is now Darth Vader and he's failed to fulfill the role of the Chosen One until Return of the Jedi, Obi-Wan believes that Luke is the Chosen One and that he will destroy the Sith. I mean, he helps it, but Anakin is the one who ultimately does it. So they just didn't know that it would be Anakin at that time.
Yeah. Anakin is still the Chosen One, but Luke helps him become the Chosen One. And we finally found out what the Bendu can do. That was the highlight of this episode. We found out what the Bendu can do. Honestly, Twilight of Apprentice was better finale, but the Bendu is God. I bring death. You cannot shoot that. So, Commander Sato commits Allahu Akbar suicide and kills Constantine. The people who live. All of the Ghost crew and Price. Everyone else is dead. So,
Thrawn's still alive too.
Thrawn's still alive, and Rex, and okay, no one dies. It's Disney. But I did enjoy this episode a lot. As Hera quoted, "Please come home, love." So is it canon that they're dating? I don't know.
Looks like it.
So, yeah, Thrawn... Bendu sees Thrawn's defeat. I know Thrawn is supposed to be alive during the timeline of Episode 7, but I don't know if that's canon or not, if they're gonna kill Thrawn in the show. So, pretty much, Thrawn knows that he gets defeated, but he basically doesn't believe it. And Bendu, I don't know how old Bendu is, you can quote me on this. Is Bendu alive during the Old Republic?
I have no clue.
Because he can see Thrawn's defeat. So if he sees beyond Episode 7, or if that's not canon, or if it is. But it was my 4th favorite episode of the season. Your thoughts?
It was a good finale overall. Definitely not as good as Twilight of the Apprentice in a lot of different ways. I just loved it when Thrawn was just kicking the rebellion's ass, and when Sato just sacrificed himself to kill Constantine, basically. And then the rebels just retreat back to Atollon, and then they have a ground assault. And I also loved it when Thrawn had those Death Troopers with him, another Rogue One tie-in.
Yeah.
And what else? Oh yeah, and then of course the Bendu, also known as God.
Pretty much.
He just appeared as like 2 giant orange eyes in the clouds of the storm, and he's just like, "I am the Bendu. I bring death." And then like he just like shot these like 2 walkers. And he was destroying like ships from both the Rebellion and the Empire because, again, he's in the middle. He doesn't take sides.
I was happy about that. I was happy he was killing good guys because something like that doesn't take sides.
Yeah. But I kind of figured, though, that the Bendu would have some sort of like role in the episode, but I didn't know that like he would take part in the actual battle. Like, I had no idea.
Bendu with a lightsaber.
And then Ezra gets Sabine's help and the Mandalorian's help. That was nice to see. Ezra running around in that spacesuit. And yeah, they basically got their asses kicked. Bendu predicts Thrawn's future, and then I thought Thrawn killed Bendu at first, but Bendu just teleported away, so I think he's still alive.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, the Rebels are going to Yavin 4 in Season 4.
So pretty much, Season 4 is going to take place during the timeline of A New Hope.
I mean, it could, or it could be like a year before Rogue One.
True, because Season 4 is supposed to end in the Battle of Scarif.
Well, I mean, I don't really know if it's going to, though, because Season 3 is 2 years before the Battle of Yavin.
True.
So Season 4 would be like 1 year before, and if there's a Season 5, that would be 0 before the Battle of Yavin. So if there's a Season 5, that would take place during Rogue One.
Yep.
If there is one.
And, let's see. Predictions for Season 4. At this point, I don't know if we'll see Ahsoka again. I think...
Oh, she has to come back! She has to!
At this point, I would have thought that, we would have seen her in the finale. Either she comes back alive, or if they pretty much say she died at the temple and we don't see her again, or if that whole walking back into the temple business was an illusion, or if she just died of hunger in the temple. I'm pretty sure Rex lives, because in Return of the Jedi, there's rumors that Rex was in the celebration during the Ewok party.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching our Season 3 of Rebels review, and comment below, let me know your thoughts, and subscribe.
Hopefully we'll do it for Season 4 next year, but yeah, otherwise I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you guys for my next reaction video. Later.
When is the Season 4 trailer coming out?
Please subscribe! It's free and easy. Just click the red button. And remember, every time you subscribe to Xanderbro, you get a lifetime supply of update videos. Hooray! You're still here? Why didn't you click it yet? Fine. I guess you don't want to see what's on their Patreon.